Welcome to Chalk Talk, where we talk stocks with you and me and everyone else who's watching. Thank you for attending our seminar once again, and thank you for anyone who's new. Welcome
And
to the
TikTok.
shenanigans.
They're like,
Who's this crazy lady?
go back to
Yes.
TikTok. Go back to TikTok, quick.
Yes. Anyway, today we're talking about Palantir. We have an article for you and just a
Yeah,
little bit of a Palantir update.
yeah, Palantir update.
Yeah.
Our last episode on Palantir was episode 31 on November 11th. So if you haven't looked, check that out. Go check it out now, and you can follow along with this episode, or just not and watch this episode. But yeah, Palantir, 3 52-week highs in the last like 4 trading days. Literally a 52-week high, a new 52-week high, and then a new 52-week high. Not by much, literally by cents, but it's kind of crazy that a stock created 3 separate 52-week highs all within the same trading week in a crappy market, unless you're like a stock. But yeah, Palantir, like I said, last episode was episode 31. The next trading day, on our last episode, we were trading in the, I believe, high 18s to $19. So like I said, the last episode was on the 11th, that was released on a Saturday, I believe. So the next trading day was Monday the 13th. The stock opened and closed, just a 2 cent spread at 1956, and then closed at 1958. Not much of a day. And then, like I said, it made 3 new 52-week highs. It beat itself, not by much, but it still literally beat its own 52-week high. 2039 was a 52-week high, followed by 2160. And then on the 21st, so 2 days ago, which would have put us out on Tuesday, the 21st of November, it made a new 52-week high of $21.85.
Yeah, I'll show you. I mean, Palantir is doing well, but also I'm a little confused at what's happening, just a little bit. So we're okay. Today we're talking about how Palantir wins a major UK health contract despite criticism. But so you would think that them winning more contracts would be a positive influence on the stock. But as I was reading through some articles earlier, some were saying like, oh, due to this contract, we're now putting Palantir at a sell. And so I'm looking at the analysis, and you've got like a 35% hold. You got 24% underperform, 18 sell, 12 buy, and 12 strong buy. So overall, it's a hold. And so I just think that's interesting because I would like to know. Okay, yeah, Yahoo Finance marks it as overvalued. So that's a stark difference within just a few days, you know.
Uh-huh.
So I'm not sure what the deal is. Why would you have negative pushback on a how much is the contract?
It's uh, pegged at approximately 480 pounds. So I'm not sure how much that is in dollars, but I think probably close to like 600 million.
Yeah, here on this one it says awarded a 7-year contract worth 330 million pounds or about 415 million. So I guess the numbers are a little the
Yeah,
the numbers
it's
and the reporting are a little off or a little way shaky, I guess. But
well, it says here that it was awarded lower than expected revenue of 330 pounds. But then in the article I have here, it says, however, the final contract details were not as expected. Palantir stock 3.8%. But it says Palantir would be the sole contract winner with the value pegged at approximately 480 million pounds. But then I saw, like I said, I saw the same numbers, people saying 330, 330, 330. But I guess the total value of the contract is worth 480 pounds. I'm not
so
sure the exact contract, but yeah, it definitely it's a little strange. I mean, people were complaining. I just don't think anyone's ever happy, and it just like gives analysts and people who make a lot of these articles just something to write.
Yeah, pretty much. Because okay, so the
Because
controversy is the privacy concerns, but overall it's supposed to like streamline the health services and info and accessibility and just doing stuff for the UK. Or I don't live in the UK, but I can understand the concerns with privacy. But at the end of the day, like I said in the last Palantir video, I almost said movie. We're actors. No, in the last Palantir video, they get the contract. They legally are making that money. They have it's a contract, so they're going to make that money. Their revenue should be going up. It's not a reason to short the share, to short the stock, or to sell the stock over. I mean, I just don't think that the concerns are founded enough to put a sell rating on Palantir. Now, if you're saying that people like poured in too much, and now it's like overvalued and like they need to adjust the valuation, that's different. But to attack it getting contracts, it's weird. I think that's weird. Unless there's more, there's got to be more of a picture I'm not seeing here.
well, I think a lot of banks slash analysts and stuff like they'll really like a stock, and then they have these really high expectations because they like the stock or they own the stock or they buy the stock, and then the stock doesn't meet their like super high expectations, and then they come up with a stupid reason to be like, oh, it's a sell rating now, aka I think it's like their loophole of manipulating the stock. Like, hey, maybe if we can spread some doubt, we can drop the price 10% to make up from the expectations that we had to get it a little cheaper. Because here it says, additionally, Deutsche Bank's Zelnick said the contract details, quote, fell a bit short of expectations. Even
Mm-hmm.
so, the analysts believe the contract adds a new business line and expands Palantir's government work beyond just defense and intelligence, which, like we talked about in the first ever Palantir episode back in May, that was also the big problem, that it was too many focused on military and government contracts and la 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 la, and they keep getting these adding these different types of contracts in different industries, and it's still a problem because it didn't quote meet expectations. But
Mm-hmm.
anyway, it got a unanimous three different downgrades to a sell rating by yeah, as I was saying, following this, Deutsche Bank analysts Brad Zelnick, RBC Capital analyst Rishi Jaluria, and William Blair analyst Louis De Palma reiterated their sell rating on Palantir stock. So people who had high expectations now, because it does not meet their expectations, they're changing it to a sell rating.
Yeah. I
I don't
mean,
know about you, but I wouldn't be like, I'm gonna buy me some Bitcoin. If it doesn't hit 50,000 by March 2024, I'm gonna just say freaking sell it all. That's basically what I'm hearing. Like
okay.
it didn't hit my expectations, so I used to have high expectations, but it didn't meet those, so I don't. It's not good for anyone. All right.
Plot
It,
twist.
it,
People just want more time to buy in, so they're
yeah.
hitting, but they're putting out hit pieces and
Yeah.
downgrades
It's just a way
to
for
buy
like
in.
exactly. It's a way for like
That's
institutions, bank analysts to like
maybe.
put doubt in the overall like market, maybe a little bearish sentiment. Come on. It just had a $500 million contract for the National Health Services for the United Kingdom and just hit a 52-week high and a crappy market. What are you bearish about?
I don't know.
You're bearish that it hit a 52-week high and just got a $500 million contract? Like, come on, give me a break. I don't know.
I'm looking at its EPS. It's still estimated to go up. So
Yeah,
I think they just were like, oh wait, you're going too fast. We need a little bit of a dip. But that's a maybe a tiny
yeah,
conspiracy theory. But I just seen the market how it's been working, and this does not make sense to me.
yeah. It could be like the same thing with the video. Like, oh, it didn't hit our massive. It had like an amazing earnings, but those one or two things that we really expected out of it so now it's down. They do the same thing with Tesla.
Yeah.
Elon Musk is like literally taking over the world, but they're like, whoa, there's a delay on Cybertruck's downgrade by $200 billion. And I'm like,
I don't know. But I mean, we did
that's
just
it.
discuss
200
some
billion off the market cap. There's a delay. Like, come on.
I mean, we did just discuss some like negative news that I think could actually impact the stock, but
If
overall,
they won't downgrade the stock because of actual, like, oh, hey, uh, Tesla's autonomous driving killed a guy, or hey, like, is Elon Musk anti-Semitic? They won't downgrade the stock on that, but they'll downgrade it on like, hey guys, I'm not so sure. He's taking a little extra time, and the Gigafactory in Mexico, and I don't know, the Cybertrucks are, they're delayed, and oh, he made the Model Y cheaper so people could actually afford it.
yeah. Something I'm
But
interested
like
in is
actual
like
like negative things, they never ever mention them. It's always just like a quiet article and like a
something else that I've noticed is that and that I'm interested in is who is investing into these reporting agencies and these grading agencies, right? So you can have a bank grade a stock, but also be, an owner of said stock. So it seems it's just a little weird how all that works. And so with that kind of power, you can kind of twist the narrative a little bit to have a financial advantage,
yeah
which I'm sure
that's
has happened, but I'm not saying that everything is fraudulent. I'm just saying things are
that's why
fishy
they
and you have to be informed. And I think I'm going to do more research into that.
yeah that's why there's all of these rules and stipulations when it comes to, and if anyone outside of like the regular average retail investor slash individual buying the stock, like if you're a bank, you're a Wall Street analyst, you work for a bank, you cannot just go out and buy stock.
Mm-hmm.
Like for example, Clay, he works for Morgan Stanley. He's a senior data analyst for Morgan Stanley. He loves Tesla. He wants to buy. If that man could buy Tesla with every paycheck he gets, he would, but he can't because he works for Morgan Stanley. So it's kind of like, hey, you can only buy this when we say you can.
Mm.
So there's a lot of that, which I mean, it's a good thing because all these people have like way more like information and way more news and find out things way before like the average person does, unless like the New York Times or somebody drops it, or like a YouTuber finds out somehow through somebody that they know, or et cetera, et cetera. But yeah, that's why there's all like these stipulations and like, hey, Kathy Wood and Warren Buffett and like even Elon Musk, like you cannot say certain things, you cannot do certain things, you cannot buy certain things at certain times, you can't like announce it like in a specific way. Like that's why the SEC was always up Elon's ass a while ago, because he was always like, because they're like, hey, are you doing things to move your own stock on your own platform? So, and that's why like a lot of retail investors want more transparency in the market, because like some people are doing sketchy things. But
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, yeah. And then again, Palantir still has short-term, midterm, long-term performance outlook as bullish on Yahoo Finance, while they still have them reported as overvalued, while they're still reporting them as EPS estimated to go up. So all I'm saying is hold, unless you're in it for a swing. If you're in it for a swing, actually, no, not financial advice. If I had Palantir, if I'm looking for a swing, I guess you could swing out and swing in. And if not, I would say just hold,
I
because
would
I
say
I think that,
it could be a good stock to trade, but that stock generally only has good pops around the $14 mark uh to trade it.
mm-hmm.
Other than and it, and then other than that, it would have to have a really big sell off to hit its like next very good support. Which, looking at the chart a lot, it seems like it likes to have runs from 14, and then again from like high 11s. But this past year, every time that stock touched 14 and change, it was an automatic like whoop whoop 30-40% runs like every time.
Are we gonna see 14 again? Is it possible?
Maybe. I mean, it's
13
just
in
literally
mhm,
52-week highs multiple times. So
yeah.
who
So
knows?
Palantir.
But yeah, a lot of people who are long in that stock say, well, again, it's all speculation, which literally investing is speculation. But based off of like many people, they're saying that it's a potential future, no time frame, $200 billion company. Which right now, if I could find literally any app that could tell me the current market cap, which is I believe somewhere around 60 billion, but every time we record, things never work.
You're looking for the market cap?
42, yeah, 42.83 billion.
Yep.
So at roughly $19.69, you're looking at just over a 4x, maybe like a 425% run, which would probably put you somewhere around like a maybe like a 80 $85 stock if it was to hit the $200 billion market cap.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, I mean, it just hit a 52-week high at 21.85 2 days ago. So definitely not. I would say, like, in my opinion, it's definitely a stock that you hold long and accumulate on those big dips. I mean, like I said, you could trade it, but it wouldn't be something like you would trade and be like, boom, I made profit in 3 days. It would probably be like a quote short term investment, maybe something you buy and then you got to wait like a month or two. But yeah, I don't know. Every time, like I said, at least this year, 2023, it really likes to run from that $14 range
Yeah.
back up to like 18-20.
Well, anyway,
But yeah, I think it's more of a stock that you would accumulate and hold for like the coming years. I mean, they're literally adding different industries and new contracts and government ones, and like literally like they've gone from military to now healthcare
hmm
contracts all over the world. And I mean, I don't know. There's a lot of hype around them since they've IPO'd 3 years ago, but
yeah, and this is a very short, I think that's a short time frame for the amount of
Cassie
success
loves them.
they've accumulated. And I think they're doing well for themselves. And people are being weird because they want to buy the stock. That's just my opinion. But hey, that's
Yeah,
just a theory, a stock theory.
we live in a time where markets are weird. Like back then, it was supposed to be like, hey, wow, this company has good news. All right, cool. It positively affects the stock. Now it's like great earnings, contracts, billions of dollars, bearish. They're
Yeah.
like, wow, $25 billion contracts. Even Jesus Christ signed his name, and they're like, bearish.
Yeah. All
They're
right.
like,
Let's,
AMC, great earnings, drop 40%.
yeah. Anyway, let's wrap this up. Palantir stock got a new contract, having a downgrade, overvalued. The
Uh,
outlook is bullish. So I guess we
yeah,
just watch and see what happens.
I am short
And
term bullish, midterm bearish, long term bullish.
yeah,
I think we could still see a couple new 52-week highs. Uh, People ain't selling stock.
I don't know.
People ain't selling pounds here. At least, I mean,
Somebody wants you to sell Palantir, you
of
can
course, some
hold.
people are selling. There are people who, of course, who trade the stock. Maybe, of course, just like every stock. But I think overall, like the Palantir community is just accumulating and waiting for even higher 52-week highs and higher all-time highs. And I don't know. I I could see easily another 52-week high in the short term,
Mm-hmm.
and then like a big sell off back into those lower teens. So that's why I'm kind of saying midterm bearish,
Mm-hmm.
because of course, if the stock keeps moving up, eventually
Yeah.
it's either gonna
Financial
hit
entertainment.
it, yeah, it's either gonna hit a resistance and then slash a sell off. But anyways, not financial advice. But yeah, once again, short term bullish, midterm bearish, long term bullish. That's Palantir, and yeah, we'll see you in the next one.
Yeah. Thanks for tuning in. And
And there's my thumb.
I know, yeah, there's your thumb. Thanks for tuning in. Hope to see you again and hope you enjoyed the content. And thank you for supporting us.
Yes,
Have a
and
great Thanksgiving.
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving again. Please like, share, and subscribe, and help support our tiny little channel.
Bye. People care about their dog.
The dog doesn't even know what the hell's going on, and you literally did decorations in a cake and put like a hat on it and did a whole photo shoot and put it all over Facebook.
It's I'm not trying to compare a baby to a dog, but it's like when people take like their 3 year olds to Disney. It's not for the kids. It's not for the dog. It's for them.
But at least that kid can like grow up and look back and be like, oh, my parents really cared about me and my first, second, and third and fourth birthday until I
No,
had a
I guarantee that most
that
people
dog is
don't
never gonna
care.
grow up and look at the photo and go, wow, that
It
was
doesn't
fucking
matter.
great
It
for his
doesn't
birthday.
matter about them looking back in the past, okay? It's not about them. It's about the people who are throwing the party,
Like
people who are doing the traveling.
for
Disney is
example, it's
not
like
for them. Disney is for the people buying the tickets. The birthday party is not for the dog. The birthday party is for the dog owner. Like, let's get it together. Let's be real here. If I have a baby and I dress it up as a taco for Halloween, it's not for the baby. It's for me because I want to see that cute baby in a cute taco costume on Halloween for me.
yeah,
Okay.
but that's still a baby.
It doesn't matter. The baby's not going to go back. I remember fond times of being a taco. No, it doesn't matter.
No, but as part of like your child, I mean, this is just like, hey, I'm a dog. I'm gonna throw a rave in Greece for my goldfish's 6 month birthday,
If you have enough money, do it and I will attend.
holding us like little fishbowl
I'll
in the
be
middle.
like, goldfish birthday. We're in where did you say Greece?
We're in a
We're in
yacht in
Greece.
Mykonos, Greece,
We're in
on the
Greece. Goldfish
Mediterranean. Happy
birthday.
birthday,